What advice would you have for folks who have an autistic mind on how to flourish in this world?
In terms of prosperity and finances, the biggest thing I can say is sell what you can do and not yourself. Because if you go into a job interview and you try to wow them with your personality and how amazing you are, it may or may not go well. But if you can go in with your portfolio of work and say, look, here's my GitHub history, and here are the awesome projects I contributed to, and here's the actual algorithm I wrote, and this is what I do, I think you get a lot further with that. So whether you're playing the piano or writing code.
That said, so much of software engineering on large teams has a social component to it, right?
It does, and that was a liability for me.
What have you learned about how to solve that little puzzle?
I think the biggest deficit for me was when I started to manage people, because now you're concerned about their hopes, dreams, aspirations, what motivates them. They have entire lives that are kind of a mystery to me because I assume they want to be motivated and led and encouraged and compensated exactly as I would. Mm-hmm. And that's not always the case. Some people need a lot more affirmation. Some people just want money. Some people want to be in the important meetings and make decisions. But I was largely oblivious to that. And so eventually I had to learn that everybody that you're managing has their own set of incentives and priorities, and they're completely different from what I think they probably are.
So you could, I guess, make things more explicit and just communicate better about, ask them about what their interests are.
And that's something I started doing, is overtly asking, because it's hard for me to nudge somebody there. I'm not good with that kind of social dance. So,
yeah, part of the social dance is there's a lot of stuff that's unsaid.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of figure out. You can read people. But if that's, with autism, it might be a little bit difficult to do that. And so you have to make things more explicit. Plus, sarcasm and satire and humor might be difficult.
Yeah.
I would love to be a fly in the wall in some of your earlier interactions with Microsoft. Some of the greatest engineers have a mind like this. So,
yeah, I've had laptops thrown at me and stuff, and I'm sure it was my own fault. So.